Good afternoon, students. In previous class, we completed four variable K-map. In today's class, we will complete five variable and six variable K-map. Five variable K-map. Okay. Five variables A, B, C, D, E. With five variables, we have 2 to the power of 5 minterms, and those minterms are we can represent as bar E2, that is bar will be indicated with 0, variable indicated with 1. So we will get the minterms total 32 from 0 to 31. 0 to 31 total count is 32. And each minterm indicates a square box. So 5 variable K-map contains 32 square boxes. Okay, it contains 32 square boxes. Okay, format. Now take one diagonal line and divide the variables into two parts. Okay, and taking ABC at one side, DE at another side. Okay, you can also write in different formats A, B, C, D, E. So I am considering this is one part, this is one part. You can also consider A, B, C, D is one part, E is one part. Okay. Like that also you can divide. The division of the variables do not change the end result. End result do not change. It will be the same. So you can go with any format A, B, C, D, E. So this is three variable. So write down three variable gray code or 3-bit gray code. Here two variables are there. So write down 2-bit gray code. If you write 2-bit gray code 00011110, 3-bit gray code, okay, we know this is 2-bit gray code. For 3-bit, keep one mirror and fill upper digits with 0, lower digits with 1. So write down that one here 000. Okay. Now form the square boxes. Form the square boxes. And identify the box belongs to which minter. This is M0 minter. This is M31 minter. Identify 000. 000 indicates M0 minter. This is M1, M3, M2, 4, M5, M7, M6, M12, M13, M15, M14. Like this, you write down the total table with the min terms. M16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23, 22, 28, 29, 31, 25, 27, 26. This is the 5 variable schema format. Now, concentrate, divide this one into two equal parts. 4 square boxes as one side. Now, if you observe, okay, side by side, square boxes are adjacent. We know these two are adjacent. So this column and this column are both are adjacent to each other. Next, go with M12. This is M12. M28. M12, M28. Write down the corresponding cell value 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 28. 28 is 111, 0, 0. If there is a 1 bit change, here A value is only changing. 1 bit change. If there is a 1 bit change, we call these two cells as adjacent cells. So, in the 5 variable K-map, these two columns are adjacent. Similarly, these two columns are adjacent to each other. And if you find, you can see the adjacency between M4 row, M4 column and M20 column. Okay, these two columns are also adjacent to each other. Similarly, M10, M0 and M16 also adjacent to each other. In the 5 variable K-map, these two columns are adjacent to each other, these two columns are adjacent to each other, these two and these two columns are adjacent to each other. Okay, remember this. Next one is grouping minterms. Okay, cells with adjacency or group of cells with adjacency should form as group. It is similar to 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable. It is same. The point is same. Okay. Group cells with adjacency or group of cells with adjacency should form as a group. Sorry. Okay, ma. Minimization rules. First rule is we should not leave any minterm from the grouping. This is already we had in 2, 3, 4 variable K-map. Second point is also similar. That is, in the final expression, we should not have any redundant term. And third one, if you are forming a group with single minterm, that expression contains 5 literals. If you are forming 2 minterms as a group, it contains 4 literals, and so on. If you are forming 32 minterms as group, and the group expression is equal to 1. The group expression is equal to 1. Now, we will solve one example. Simplifying below expression, f is equal to sigma 0, 1, 4, 5, 16, 17, 21, 25, 29. Simplify this expression and In the problem, he did not mention which variable K-map we need to use. Either 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable, 5 variable, or 6 variable. He did not mention. So what we have to do? We have to look at the larger term. Larger term is 29. And try to represent 29 with binary. In binary, 29 will be represented with 11101. So 29 is represented with 5 bits. Okay. Each bit indicates one variable. So we have to use 5 variable K-map. Largest number taking 5 bit, largest midterm taking 5 bits. Each bit will be used to represent with one variable. So therefore we have to use 5 variable K-map for the simplification. We have to use 5 variable K-map for the simplification. Okay, now let us see. First, after the expression is given to simplify, we need to check whether the expression is in standard SOP form or not. We need to check whether the expression is in standard SOP form or not. Okay. The expression is already in standard SOP form. So apply to K-map. Apply to K-map. So in applying to K-map, wherever the midterm is presented, in the corresponding box, keep 1. Wherever the midterm is presented, in the corresponding box, keep 1. 0, 2. Okay. 0. This is M0 box. Next, M1. M1 box. M4. This is M4 box. This is M5 box. Next, M16, M17. These are M16, M17, M21, 25. This is M21 box. This is M25, M29. This is M29. Okay. Now in the corresponding boxes, keep 1. So we have 1 in the corresponding boxes. Now, after applying to KMM, next grouping main terms. Next step is grouping. In grouping, cells with adjacency or group of cells with adjacency should form as a group, and we need to look for forming bigger group first of all. Okay, these four cells are adjacent to each other, so this with this you can form one group G1, and these four cells also adjacent to each other. You can check with our adjacency rule G2. Only M16 is single. So what we do, if there is a chance of increasing the size by sharing the midterms of other groups, we need to go with that one. So if the M16 is sharing with one midterm in G1 and two midterms in G2, we can form a bigger group with four midterms. We can form a bigger group with four midterms. This is G3. So the final expression is F is equal to G1 plus G2 plus G3. Now what is G1? To find out the G1, first along this box, along the G1 box, look for the variables which are constant values. Okay, along the G1, look for the variables which are having constant values. We have A, B, C, D. D value is constant at 0, 1. ABC values are 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. So A value is 1 only. It is in A value. Look at the B value. B value is 1 to 1 and 1 to 0, 0 to 0. So it is changing. Whenever changing, strike off that one. Next C. 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 0. It is also changing. So strike off. D value and E values are constant. D value 0, E value. So you can write G1 is equal to 1 is indicated with variable itself. So A, B and C are changing. We do not write. D value 0. So we write D bar. E value 1. So write E. So G1 is equal to A D bar E. Similarly, write the expression for the G2. Look at the square box and identify which are the variables having constant value. Along this group, A value is constant, that is 0. A value constant 0. 0 means A bar. So you can write B bar. And C value is 0 to 1, changing. So don't write. Look at the D value. D value is 0 to 0 only. So it is D bar. E value is changing 0 to 1. So don't write. Similarly, write the equation of G3. G3 is first half is here, second half is here. Okay. And try to identify the constant value and write down. A value is 0 and here A value is 1. Changing. Don't write. B value 0, 0. So B value 0, so bar. C value 0, 0. So C bar. D value is 0, it is not changing. D bar. E value is changing. So don't write. So the final expression F is equal to A D bar E. Now look at the grouping. Here the grouping having 4 midterms as a group. If we are having 4 midterms as a group, the group contains only 3 letters. So here G1, G2, G3, these 3 having only 3 letters. First is A is first letter, D bar is second letter, E is third letter. Similarly, for the remaining groups also. Okay. Here, forming the group is important. You have to form the groups with adjacency rule. You have to form the groups with adjacency rule. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Generally, they do not ask the questions from the 5 variables and 6 variables because it will take a lot of time generally. And if you have any doubt, we will go further. Otherwise, we will go to the 6 variable K-map. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. Let us go for the 6 variable K-map. 6 variable K-map similar to 5 variable K-map. We have 6 variables A, B, C, D, E, F, and with 6 variables we have 2 to the power of 6 midterms. 2 to the power of 6 means 64 midterms. 64 midterms we have, and the midterms will be like A bar, B bar, F bar 2, A, B, C, F. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. So this is M0 midterm. This is M63 midterm. So totally we have 64 midterms. Each midterm indicates one square box. So we have total 64 square boxes in 6 variable K-map. And format. Okay, divide the variables into 2 parts. The parts division is up to you. You can divide it anyway. I am dividing into 2 equal parts A, B, C, one side, D, E, F, one side. So with 3 variable, you have to write the 3-bit gray code, write 3-bit gray code sequence. Here also write down 3-bit gray code sequence. That is 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now form the boxes. We'll get totally 64 square boxes. And the drawback of the K-map is as the variables increasing, as the variables increasing, solving the expression with K-map is difficult. As the variables increasing, solving the K-map is difficult. This is the drawback of K-map. Drawback of K-map is if number of variables increase, number of variables increase, solving expression is difficult. This is the drawback of K-map. So for a drawing of this K-map only, it will take time in the examination. So generally, they do not ask you 5 and 6 variable K-map. Generally, identify the square box belongs to which minter? 0, 0, 0, 0. This is M0. Like this 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. M4. This is 1. This is M32. This is 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. This is M36. Like this, fill the remaining boxes. Okay. And here, after 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, this is considered as a paper and fold type. Okay. Fold it like this 4 folds. Now, here the each segment, okay, consider this is one segment. Each segment will be overlapped on each other. 4 segments will be overlapped on each other like this. 4 segments will be overlapped on each other, and whatever the square boxes are overlapping, those are adjacent. Whatever the square boxes are overlapping, those are adjacent in 6 variable K-map. So if you fold this one like this shown in the figure, you will have these 4 boxes one upon another. So these 4 having adjacency. These 4 having adjacency. Similarly, this M0, M32, M36, this one is also having adjacency. Like this, if you fold into 4 parts, those parts will overlap one upon another, and the boxes which are overlapped one upon another, those are adjacent to each other. Okay, we will go with one example, we will see. Next, grouping. grouping minterms. Grouping minterms same as 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable, 5 variable. That is, cells with adjacency or group of cells with adjacency should form as a group. Next, minimization rule. It is also first and second parts are same, points are same. We should not leave any minter in the grouping, and the final expression we should not have any redundant term. Third point is one minter as a group. If you form one minter as a group, it contains 6 literals. If you form two minterms as a group, it contains 5 literals. 4 minterms as a group contain the expression of 4 literals. 8 minterms as a group contain 3 literals. 16 minterms, 2 literals. 32, 1 literal. If you form a bigger group with 64 minterms, 64 minterms group equal to 1. Is equal to 1. Okay? And we will see one problem. Yeah. Okay. Zero, 4, 32, 36. Simplify using 6 variable K-map. And it is already in standard SOP form. Standard SOP form. So apply to K-map. Wherever the minterms are 1, wherever the minterms are presented, in those boxes keep 1. M0 1, this is 1, M32 is 1, M36 is 1. Okay. Generally, the corners are adjacent to each other. So with 4 midterms, we can form one group. With 4 midterms, we can form one group. This is one group, G1. So the final expression is F is equal to G1. And look at this. Group and write down the expression. Okay. The group is having 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. And this is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. A, B, C, D, E, F, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now look at the along this groove, look for the A, whether it is varying or not. A variable changing from 0 to 1. Changing from 0 to 1. If it is changing, remove the variable. Similarly, look for the B. B is constant and 0. C is constant and 0. Next, D. D is changing 0 to 1. If it is changing, strike off. Next, E is constant 0. F is constant 0. So the G1 is equal to A is cancelled, B is 0. So 0 will be replaced with B bar. So C is 0, C bar. E is 0, E bar. F is 0, F bar. B bar, C bar, E bar, F bar. Okay, this is the final expression. With this, the K with 6 variable K map is completed. Okay, now similar process is similar for the 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable, but as the number of variable increasing, the K map is difficult to solve the given expression. To simplify the given expression, it is difficult. Okay, and if you have any doubt in the 6 variable K map, you can ask me. Okay. Now, the assignment question from this unit. Okay. With in 3 variable K map, write all possible two midterms as a group with the expression. Write down all possible two midterms as a group. Next, write all possible 4 midterms as a group with expression. Next, write all possible 8 midterms as a group with expression. Write all the possible groups. Second question, repeat the same exercise for the 4 variable K map. 4 variable K map. Write all possible two midterms as a group with expression. Similarly, write all possible 4 midterms as a group. Okay. 8 midterms as a group with expression. Next, 16 midterm as a group with expression. Okay. This 8 midterms as a group and 16 midterms as a group, it is equal to 1 directly. it is equal to 1 directly. Okay. So write all possible two midterms as a group with expression. This is the two variable K map or three variable K map. Write all possible two midterms as a group. We know M0, M1, M2, M3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Look for the adjacency and write all the possible groups. Here M0, M1 is a one group. M0, comma M2 is one group. And write down the expression. Next, M0, M1 is also one group. Okay. With this exercise, you will be thorough in writing the, okay, in grouping. You will be thorough in the grouping. If you practice these two assignments on your own, you will have thorough knowledge in grouping midterms and write down the corresponding expression. And look for M0, M3. Is it possible? No. M0, M4. We can form one group. G3. Like this. Then look for the 4 midterms as a group. Then look for the 8 midterms as a group and write down the expression. Write down the possible 4 midterms as a group, 8 midterms as a group. Write down. This is the assignment from the unit 3. In the next class, we will see the minimization process for the SOP form equation and POS form equations. So, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will end the session. Anyone? If you have any doubt, post it in the chat box. Otherwise, we will end the session. Okay, ending the session.